What's up, Guardians? Welcome back, and welcome to those new. So today I have for you a Strand Hunter build that will have you constantly having Strand Tornadoes. This build is also very versatile when it comes to weapons, which means you can use any weapon you want. This build also doesn't require any seasonal artifact mods, so you can use this build for the future seasons to come. So for starters, we are going to start with our aspects for this build. For our first aspect, we are going to be using Whirling Maelstrom, which will create a Strand Tornado from your tangle when it is thrown and hits a target or is broken by enemy. For our second aspect, we are going to be using Threaded Specter. When you use your class ability, it leaves behind a Strand clone that takes aggro from all enemies, and when it is broken, it creates threadlings. Next is our fragments, which will play a huge part of what makes this build very good for endgame content or casual play content. So for our first fragment, we will be using Thread of Generation, which states that dealing damage generates grenade energy. For our second fragment, we will be using Thread of Warding, which states picking up an old grants Woven Mail. Woven Mail also plays a huge part in our survivability for this build in endgame content. For our third fragment, we will be using Thread of Continuity, which states Suspend, Unravel, and Sever effects applied to targets have increased duration. And for our fourth fragment, we will be using Thread of Transmutation, which states, while you have Woven Mail, Weapon Final Blows create a tangle, which is what allows us to make more tangles to create more tornadoes. For our grenade, we will be using Shackle Grenade to suspend targets for a short duration, which this will help make this build feel like the tornadoes do most of the work. For our class ability, we will be using Gambler's Dodge to regain our melee, and our melee is what plays a part to create a tangle as well, and also makes the target sever. So now we will get into the armor mods, and just how versatile this build can be with weapons of your choosing. Also, quick note, what you see in the background gameplay is where you can see the Spectre takes the boss's aggro, and I can deal damage or stand there for a few seconds before he across to me again, which is a sin because it synergies with the Strand Tornado. So for our helmet mods, we are using ×1 Harmonic Siphon and ×2 Hands-On. For our gauntlets, we are using ×1 Impact Induction, ×1 Heavy-Handed, and ×1 Fastball. For our chest, we are using ×2 Charged Up and ×1 Harmonic Reserves. For our legs, we are using ×1 Stacks on Stacks, ×1 Invigoration, and ×1 Recuperation. For our class item, we are using ×1 Bomber, ×1 Reaper, and ×1 Utility Kickstart. Lastly, a huge piece of the build is our exotic, and our exotic of choice for this build is the 6th Coyote. The 6th Coyote grants us a second dodge charge, which works perfectly with our Spectre, so if you need the aggro of a boss or champion, that second dodge can create another Spectre. This build's dim link will be linked in the description below, and I really hope you enjoy this build and add it to your arsenal of loadouts. Also, before I go, I wanted to thank you guys for the support on my other build videos I have put out recently, which will also be linked down in the description. The support has been unreal across all my platforms, and I truly can't thank you guys enough. I really enjoy making entertaining content and very helpful content for people who also love Rodame and have a passion for gaming I couldn't have done it without you guys, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the build as much as I enjoyed making it, and making this video to entertain and help fellow Guardians. Be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing if you enjoy the content I make here on my channel. So I leave you with some more gameplay, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one, Guardians.